What up, guys? It's NoChainzz, and I'm back for another commentary, and this will be the second episode of Rick Moss's senior year with the Oregon Ducks. And I may move through this pretty fast because I want to get this out of the way before Madden 13 comes out, because I want to continue his legacy in Madden 13 with an NFL team. But before we get into this game footage, we're going to take a look at the cornerback of the FCS team we'll be facing. And his name is Darius Williams, 5'11", 62 overall, and pretty much bad stats all across the board when it comes to coverage. So his weakest point was the play recognition, so we're going to hope to make use of the play action to get Rick Moss a little open. I mean, whatever defense they play, I'm sure Rick Moss will be able to get a good stat line or a stat sheet for this game against an FCS team. Of course, everybody does, but they end up scoring without me on the field. And I forgot to mention that Clark is out this game, so we have another quarterback in. I forgot his name already, but he's a mobile quarterback, so you may see some flashes of how it was when Rick Moss was a freshman when Reed was running a lot. So he graduated or went to the NFL. I don't think you can check, but he moved on from Oregon, and Rick Moss catches this one over the middle, and whoop! He's going to take this one all the way to the end zone for his first touchdown of the day, and they pretty much just left him wide open in that zone. Once again, Rick Moss is always good at finding those holes in those zones. And that kind of rhymed just a little bit. But Rick Moss is going deep, and he's going to catch this one. And he's going to get out of bounds around the 25-yard line to give him 121 yards on the day already. But Rick Moss gets thrown to at the corner of the end zone, and this is a questionable catch. It was called a touchdown, but we're going to take another look at it. You can't see it from here, but we're going to take an even closer look at it as he's congratulated by his team because they didn't even review it. So right there, you see his foot is on the line. I mean, the only explanation I have is that his heel was down first. But Rick Moss in the middle of the field deep is going to take this one to the touchdown. So that'll bring our lead to 28-0. Of course, over a FCS team, this is expected as a team with as much talent as we have. But we're going to analyze that play. Rick Moss is basically just going to go right in a straight line up the middle. This safety is going to go play the outside, and so is that cornerback. But once he sees Rick Moss is open, he's going to try to trail him. But that other safety is going to play the right side of the field, which is going to leave that middle, of course, wide open for Rick Moss. And he's just going to take this one to the house. No need to reverse that one because it was pretty much self-explanatory. But here Rick Moss is slipping, recovers, and cannot catch the ball. That would have been sick if he did because he recovered from falling. And here he going deep again, catches that one. Oh no, he doesn't catch that one. He drops it. So the cornerbacks obviously are doing something to make Rick Moss short the ball. But then again, whoop! He takes that one to the touchdown. I tried to say it while it was speeding up, but it was speeding up too fast. So we go up 33-0, I believe. Yep, over the FCS. I think these guys are by default the Bulldogs, if I can remember right. But Rick Moss is breaking tackles with that rush as we had to lead 41-0 over FCS East, and Rick Moss wide open again, but can't stay inbound. So he has almost 300 yards on the day, and that would end his night as they take him out. Yeah, I think they are the Bulldogs. Look at the logo. But we win 54-7. And that's the play of the game where Rick Moss was just wide open behind the cornerback Darius Williams. Just an abysmal cornerback at every attribute imaginable. Definitely not a good matchup for Rick Moss and his talents. So we move to 3-0 on the season, and I think we play a better opponent. No doubt we play a better opponent because just about every team on the game is better than FCS. But here you get to see his stats, over 300 yards again, all-purpose. But here are the stats of the quarterback. His name is Justin Lane, 12 for 18, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, which is the most important part. And that was definitely a solid game by our quarterback that's just coming in, filling in for Kevin Clark. And we're coming out again. I think I skipped the duck in most of these introductions. No, I don't. I actually show it in this one, but I try to skip it because I know it gets old. When you're seeing it for the first time when you first hit the game, or you've never seen it before, you're like, oh yeah, that's really cool. But it really gets old after playing for Oregon for 4 years, and you see it every time you step out on the field. So I try to skip it most of the time, but I decided to show it because I didn't think I showed it in the very beginning. But we're about to get underway, and of course, as always, we're going to take a look at the cornerback we're playing against, and he goes by the name of John Paul Sutton, the sophomore, 5'10" in height, 75 overall, 84 and 85 man and zone coverage. Definitely a good cornerback, or a decent cornerback, but 66 play recognition, I can tell you guys right now, might be his downfall when playing against Rick Moss. So we're going to see if we can take advantage of that weakness in this cornerback. And look at that, wide open. He just went in for the blitz, and Rick Moss is going to get this one down to the 5-yard line. But we're down 7-0 as always. And the third quarterback in the third game comes in, number 17. I guess Lane got hurt too, so we're down 14-3, and it's not looking good right now. But Rick Moss catches this one over the middle between two defenders, takes the hit, and I believe our new running back, Jay Mills, go figure, but Jay Mills, our running back, is going to score the rushing touchdown to bring our deficit to only 4. But Rick Moss going across the middle, breaks a tackle and a half, kinda, but gets us into the red zone, and he goes over 100 yards on the day. But we're still down by 4 in the red zone, and we can't convert, so we're gonna have to take a field goal at that point. And with 34 seconds left in the half, Rick Moss goes up over him and takes the hit, and he's gonna take this one to the end zone. Check out that play again. And it was especially great because there was nobody near him. But before you get to see the best one, you got to see what else Rick Moss did in this game so far, trying to get his team back into this one so we can get to a national championship, because that's the ultimate goal. But look at that, stiff arms him mid-air and takes it into the touchdown. That was just an amazing play. 171 yards and a touchdown on the game so far. And Rick Moss catches this one over the middle again as we had the lead 20-14. So now they end up going to score, and we're down 21-20. And look at Rick Moss wide open calling for the ball. But number 17, the unknown quarterback, is going to try and lead this team to victory after being down. So they're going to end up running the ball a few times, and I think we're going to end up scoring off of straight up run plays, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's the only way I would show these. But let's see, why did I show these? Oh yeah, they end up scoring on the ground. So Rick Moss catches this one over the middle, and we still had the lead by 5 points. And with 3 minutes left, Rick Moss, can he catch this one? No. That was almost a great catch, but I called the hurry up because I know I can get wide open on that play. And Rick Moss, they played the cover 2 just like I wanted. Rick Moss slows down to go up over the defender and get that catch, or in between the defenders, in between the coverage, whatever you want to call it, takes the hit and catches that one for a first down. And he's psyched because, you know, we're moving close, and if we score, our defense is going to step up and we're going to win this game. But on 3rd and 1, we need a first down so we can run out the clock, and Rick Moss rushes it and gets the touchdown. I mean, the first down. I wish he got a touchdown, but he got the first down, and that will end up sealing the game. Close one, way closer than I would want it to be. We end up tacking on one more score, and that was really way more closer than I wanted it to be. But here you get a look at that spectacular play by Rick Moss again. I can't express enough how much he's improved since his freshman year. Even last year he was dropping those, but this year he doesn't seem to be doing that. But we going to win that game to move on to 4-0 for the season so far. And hopefully we don't get to the last game of the season and choke like we did last year. You guys didn't see that, but if you watched the video where I told you about what happened to the fouls, I pretty much explained what happened. But hopefully we can go undefeated and get a berth in that national championship. So I hope that happens, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.